Hi, this is Frank for Walking for Health and Fitness with the weekly walking tips of the week. And this is a special show, number 10. I made it to 10, 10 down, 42 to go, as my goal is to do 52 weeks in a row. Today's show, 10 tips for beginning walkers. I'm going to break away from the usual format of the first 9 shows and really just be doing a question-answer session on beginning walkers and questions that have been posed to me through my website, through YouTube, through email, and I figured let me start with that. Every 10th show will be a question and answer session. So the only holdovers from the other shows are going to be the inspirational quotes, which you can download and print for yourself, and part 5 of the step series. So on with the show. An inspirational quote number 1 really fits in perfectly with the theme of this beginner walking tips show, and that is yesterday I was clever and wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. That comes from the Sufi poet Rumi. So in the show notes will be the full images of the inspirational quotes, plus any of the links that I mentioned in the show today. So on with the show, 10 tips that for beginning walkers. Number 1 is a real basic question: is walking good for you? So the answer is absolutely yes. Study after study shows us that walking and walking speed is linked to longevity. On my blog post, I have a post about walking speed. A new analysis of walking speed shows us that down to 1/10 of a meter per second, an older person's pace, along with their age and gender, can predict their life expectancy just as well as a complex battery of other healthcare indicators. So now, instead of doctors assessing a patient's blood pressure, body mass index, chronic conditions, hospitalization, smoking history, and use of mobility aids to estimate survival, a lab assistant can just simply time the patient walking a few meters and predict just as accurately the person's likelihood of living 5 or 10 more years, as well as a median life expectancy. Your body self-selects your walking speed that best accommodates all of the systems that are needed to walk. And although walking might seem like a simple mode of locomotion, it is really a biologically complex endeavor which integrates the circulatory, respiratory, skeletal, muscular, and nervous systems. Walking, or gait speed, is a powerful indicator of vitality, says Stephanie Studenski. She's a professor at the University of Pittsburgh's Division of Geriatric Medicine and co-author of a new analysis. Quote, she says, "We just didn't use it in healthcare or in public health." Now, research by Studenski and her colleagues had found that people whose gait speed improved over the course of a year did have an increased rate of survival. But she says, quote, "We're not saying people should go out and walk faster, because there is no clinical trials offering fast walking as an intervention. A quick pace is not a proven panacea for longer living. Many other studies have, however, found that walking lowers blood pressure, keeps your weight down, and improves your mood. Now, substantial amounts of walking have also been linked to slower memory decline and reduced risk of some cancers." Now, the bottom line is, as a beginning walker, take notice of how fast you walk. There are many apps available, such as Map My Walk or the Strava app. I use the running setting because it gives you more information when you use the Strava app. This will calculate your pace. Over time, take notice of this pace. Over time, if you're feeling good, but your speed has decreased, okay, that might be an indication that you are having an underlying health issue. Get to a doctor, get it checked out, tell them what's going on. The sooner you identify that, the quicker you recover and get back into walking. Question 2, can I really get in shape by just walking? And I get this all the time, like people say, oh, walking's so easy, it's not enough for me. Well, I cannot stress this point enough. Walking will get you in great shape. Walking tones your legs and abdominal muscles and even your arm muscles if you pump them when you're walking. Okay? Walking can help you burn fat and lose weight. Now, when you walk for more than 45 minutes at a brisk pace, your body must then start to burn fat. This helps you to lose weight and you lose that excess fat you've accumulated. Another huge advantage of walking, injury prevention. As a runner, I was injured all the time. When I look back and looked at my running logs, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe how blind I was to the fact that I was hurt all the time. Walking has helped lower the injury factor to nearly zero. The only time I was injured walking, I stepped in a pile of leaves and I rolled my ankle. It was dumb. I should have just walked around the leaves. That's it. That's how healthy I've stayed by just walking. And if you read my blog post, I got into this because of a back injury due to running and weightlifting and all the other stuff. Question number 3, how often should I walk? Well, studies have shown that getting an hour of walking will give the greatest longevity benefits. Now, to get in more walking time, walk in the morning, walk at lunchtime, and at dinner time. If you do that at least 10 minutes, right? Finish your meal, get out and walk. That's 30 minutes right there. Walk to a destination instead of driving there. Park your car a few blocks away and walk to your job or other destination if you're going shopping. Schedule 20 to 30 minute sessions on a treadmill if you have access to a treadmill. And treadmills are a great way to exercise. Walking on a treadmill, change the incline, will give you a great workout also. Now, in the show notes is my link to my blog post. There's actually 2 of them that are relevant to this. It's the benefits of a 15-minute walk. And within that, there's a section, 9 easy ways to walk on miles. And the other post that you could check out is more walking for health and fitness. I'm shooting this in the wintertime. It's 16 degrees out right now at my house. So more walking, great way to get more miles in. Question 4, do I need any special equipment for walking? No, you just need a good pair of sneakers and comfortable clothes. Now, once you get into the walking habit, an investment in walking shoes that are designed specifically for walking are well worth the price. Now, basically, it's the old axiom of having the right tool for the job. Walking shoes are designed with the specific body mechanics and strike path of walking in mind. They are constructed to be more flexible through the ball of the foot to allow a greater range of motion through the roll of the forefoot. They also have greater arch support to protect where the force is heaviest on the foot. Now, running shoes, in contrast, have more cushioning in the heel, that's the point of impact, and less protection through the ball of the foot. Running shoes are also a little bit heavier because of the need to protect the heel and the heel strike. Walking shoes are lightweight and they're really, really comfortable. Sometimes I put them on and feel like I'm in house slippers. Now, picking the proper shoe can prevent discomfort, injury, and will encourage you to maintain an active lifestyle. It's important that your shoes feel comfortable so that you don't avoid exercising. When you buy walking shoes, I really recommend you go to a store that specializes in athletic shoes, mostly running stores, but then they have a section for walking shoes. I use New Balance. I go to my New Balance store. The people helping me, the sales reps, are so knowledgeable. I put them on and walk around the store. That's important. Walk around, get a good feel for them. I'm telling you, you put on walking shoes and you are going to think these are too light to be effective. They're perfect. They're just great. So check out a good running store in their walking shoe section. You can go to a big department store, but you're not going to get the help there and the knowledge that you can get from the sales reps at a shoe store. Question 5, where should I walk? And well, you can walk anywhere. If you're a beginner, okay, someplace flat so the walking miles are easy, okay? Then gradually add hills to your walk and increase your rate of exertion to get your heart rate up. Parks with walking paths. A track, go to your high school track and begin walking. Flat surface, usually running tracks have a little bit of give to them, if they're really a good, well-made track. Also, I'll tell you what I do. I have a number of go-to routes. My routes are, some of them are hilly when I want a good workout that gets the heart rate up. Some are flat. I have long routes. I have shorter routes when I don't have as much time, and just about anything in between. So as you get into the walking habit, pick out or map out different routes for you to do, and you wake up in the morning and say, hey, I'm going to hit this one. I like the coffee shop at the end of this, or the middle point of this route, right? Use Google Earth to scout out different areas, different neighborhoods nearby. I like to walk to a destination that has a coffee shop. I'm a big Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts fan. Really diverse selection there. And I sit, take out my notepad, do a little writing in between, the ideas that I generate while I'm walking. It's a nice halfway point. So if you like what you see and hear through my videos on my channel here, please click the like button. Also share this video. It's very important to get the word out about walking and its health benefits subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications. Click the link in the description below for all of the show notes. So every show I do includes the show notes, a quick summary of what goes on in the show, and any links that I've also recommended in the show, such as my walking blog. Question 6. How many calories are burned by walking? Great question here. Your weight and the distance walked are the biggest factors in the number of calories that are burned while you walk. For example, a 120-pound person will burn about 200 calories walking for an hour, while a 180-pound person will burn about 300 calories. Okay, and it all depends on the terrain and the effort and the speed and all of that. So WebMD.com has an excellent calculator that asks you questions about the walk that you just did, including what is your speed, the terrain, your weight, how long did you walk, and then it calculates roughly how many calories you burned. So the link to that will be in the description. Download the show notes. Question 7. How can I increase the benefits of walking? Now this is excellent because you can add push-ups, squats, lunges, planks at any spot along your route. Just find a safe place. I go on the sidewalk, I get down, I start doing my push-ups. Get the heart rate up to burn more calories and more fat. So now, for instance, if you do 100 push-ups during a 1-hour walk, you will burn approximately 35 more calories, as it really only takes 5 minutes combined total time to do the 100 push-ups if you break it down to 5 sets of 20. Okay, but in the long run, developing muscle by doing push-ups will add so much to your fitness level. And the calorie burn continues after you've done what I call a walking workout. Now, my book, Fitness, Walking, and Bodyweight Exercises, really details all the benefits of doing a fitness workout while you walk. Check that out. The link will be in the description. It's on Amazon. Look at the reviews. It's a great book and really, really increase the benefits of walking to tone your body. Question 8. On which side of the road should I be walking? Okay, here we go. Always walk facing traffic, okay? Check out my video here on that. I've done one huge safety video and then a smaller one on walking facing traffic. Okay, you want to see what's coming at you. Think about the number of distractions that a driver faces, okay? Cell phones, screaming kids sometimes, sleep deprivation, which is really a very common cause of accidents. And there are a host of other reasons. You want to see what's coming at you. You want to see that car so you can take evasive action if you have to. Now, I've walked thousands of miles on the road. I keep an eye on what's coming on. I've never had to jump to the side that anyone came at me. Some people did get too close for comfort, and that's when I do just stop walking, step over, 1 or 2 steps over. It's happened. It's not pleasant when that happens, but I just feel they're too close for comfort. Basically, if you look at a driver, even if a lot of times I wave to the drivers to be friendly, also to get their attention. People, 1, wave back to me. 2, I notice that they move over a little bit. So the wave is good karma. So don't forget that. Now, if you don't remember any other thing from this video, please remember this. Always walk facing traffic. Give the person a wave. Good karma. And question 9, is it safe to listen to audiobooks or music while walking? Absolutely yes. Just keep the volume at a reasonable level. Now you want to hear what's going on around you. You want to be aware, okay? Approaching cars, I mean, they make sounds, obviously, when they're coming towards you, and you want to keep that volume down so that you're aware of what's going on, okay? It's just a good safety practice. Also, protects your hearing. If you're out for an hour walk, and you've got the music cranking, that's an hour of, I know loud music sounds great, but it's also abuse to your ears, so be careful with that. Listening to an audiobook will add an amazing element to your walking habit. The miles will float by when you get caught up in a good book, a good story. I listen to either a novel on tape or professional development stuff, personal development stuff. Walking is my time to really get my ideas together. You know, that's what I use it for. It's the greatest benefit. There's the health benefit, but the mindset benefit is unbelievable. Recent studies have shown a connection between exercise and the brain. Exercise increases the size of the hippocampus, which is involved in the formation of new memories associated with learning and emotion. Your brain literally grows every time you exercise. Physical activity stresses the brain in the same way that it stresses our muscles. Like active muscle fibers, neurons of the brain break down and then recover to become stronger and more resilient with exercise. Now, with my book, Walking for Health and Fitness, I include for free the audiobook. So if you go to Amazon, you download the book, there's a link in there that'll take you to a page where you can download the audiobook. So you can listen to it while you walk, grow your brain at the same time. And question number 10, how much water should I drink during my walks? Water, very important health benefit. So being properly hydrated begins before you get out the door. You lose water through breathing and sweat. You should drink water before you begin your walk. If you start out dehydrated, you may start to feel dizzy and lethargic at some point during the walk, especially in hot weather. Now, whether you walk in warm or cold weather, you should always be well hydrated. It's just a good health habit to get into. So how much should you drink? Well, 1 to 2 hours before your workout, drink like anywhere from 15 to 20 ounces of water. 15 minutes before you walk, drink another 8 to 10 ounces of water. During your walk, sip from a water bottle often. If it's hot out and you're sweating, you need to drink more often, aimed for like 8 ounces every 15 minutes of your walk. Carrying a fanny pack, having one and just having the water bottle on the side is a great way to just have that reminder there to drink water. In my newsletter, Walking Inspiration, issue 2, I have equipment review and I talk about carrying a fanny pack versus carrying a backpack, which you can have water in. So download, the link will be in the description. Download issue number 2, check out that review of fanny packs. Fanny packs are great to carry your stuff. Protective devices, quite honestly, in my fanny pack, I carry pepper spray, to guard against dogs attacking me. I've pulled it out one time. And to get more information on walking, download my newsletter, Walking Inspiration. It's a quarterly newsletter. I put it out with the seasons. So right now we have the winter issue number 9 for winter 2020-21, dealing with winter issues. Link is in the description. Check that out. And a holdover from my past shows is my steps segment. Now, this is part 5 of 5, last part of steps. That's why I wanted to include it in this show. To help you on your walking journey, keep the acronym STEPS in mind. In this episode, we cover the second letter, S, in STEPS. Now, it's from my book, Walking for Health and Fitness. S stands for swing your arms quickly. Now, walking is a rhythmic motion. So, to move more quickly, focus on swinging your arms quickly. Due to the rhythmic cross-pattern motion of walking, your legs will naturally follow your arms as you walk. Okay, so if you increase your arm swing, your legs will naturally move into the flow of that. Do this gradually over time. Quicken your arm swing to quicken your pace. So that's all 5 of the letters of steps, S-T-E-P-S. S stands for shorter, quicker strides. T stands for toes propel you forward. E, engage your core and glutes. P, posture, body straight, head up. S, swing your arms quickly for steps. So for more walking information, I've got you covered with my 3 books. Walking for Health and Fitness, Fitness, Walking, and Bodyweight Exercises I've mentioned in the show, and now Walking Inspiration. It's all about your mindset. In the February chapter of my book, Walking Inspiration, I write about steps you can take in setting goals. Now, as business leader and motivational speaker Brian Tracy says, quote, goals allow you to control the direction of change in your favor. After you read the opening to the chapter on goals, every day of the month has a new quote dealing with goals. To keep goal setting in the front of your mind, sort of the law of attraction, right? Attracting this, what you set is your goal in mind. Okay, so check that out. That's my Walking Inspiration book. And if you need more motivation on walking, more inspiration on walking, try joining a walking group, whether it's a group in your local area or on Facebook. I lead 2 groups. My main group is Your First walking group, which would be perfect for any beginner walker and walker at any level. There is also a group that I contribute greatly to, and that's Walk 1,000 Miles USA. The goal of that is to walk 1,000 miles in 12 months. It's a great goal. Get you out there when you know, hey, let me hit this milestone for this month. You'll think about, oh, the weather's not that great, but let me get that walk in. Okay. Having that goal, again, bring it back to goals, will help you attain that. And inspirational quote number 2, the longest journey begins with a single step. That is by Patanjali, really fitting with the theme of this show. If you have a walking or health or fitness question, you could always email me at frank@walkingforhealthandfitness.com. Walking for Health and Fitness is the name of my website, is the name of my first book, tied it all together. So in this week's Your Next Step review, very simple. Rewatch the 10 beginner walking tips, then go out and begin your walking journey. This is Frank for Walking for Health and Fitness. Walk on.